And welcome to another Pucknology After Dark. You just witnessed the San Jose Sharks blow a 2-goal lead and lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-2. Yeah. But we're here live post-game after every game. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button down there. Help us out, find out what's going on after every Sharks game. And don't forget, Pucknology After Dark is sponsored by Audible. Partner with them to offer a free 30-day trial. Choose from over 180,000 audiobooks and get a free audiobook to keep whether you choose to continue using the service or not. Go to audibletrial.com/pad to sign up. That's audibletrial.com/PAD. For those of you who are wondering why I'm here for the third consecutive episode, this was not by choice. What has happened is our friend Eric has won a rather large sum of money and has told us to go fuck ourselves. So he's not going to come back.
Yeah.
So it's just us now. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy it. Either way,
he's baking that pie.
Yeah, baking a pie. So holy crap!
He's opening a bakery.
Yeah. So
bake guy.
I don't get it. Another consecutive game where the Sharks get eaten up in the circle again. I can't remember the last time. I'm not even sure if they've gotten through. I mean, we're five games through, right? 3-2. Is that correct? That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3-2 right now. And I don't think they've, owned the face-off circle yet. Again, I'm going to beat the special teams drum. 0 for 3 tonight on the power play. They 80% on the kill. They killed 4 or 5, but 0 for 3. Again, that sucks. Not Dylan's best night. Certainly not Paul Martin's best night. I liked what I saw in the first 2 periods, where the goals that the Sharks did get, they were getting dirty. They were gritting in the paint, and then of course, the third period, they decided to go to sleep and then let Pittsburgh spend all their time in front of Martin Jones. So I just had to get that off my chest. With me, as always, Miss Rocket Backhander. How are you after that?
I'm remarkably calm. I'm fine. It's still not Halloween yet.
I'm glad the weed kicked in early. Gentry, how are you doing tonight?
You know what? I think this was the best comedy I watched all week. This was, honestly, this was funny to me because this really just proved my point that the Sharks are better with Michael Haley in the lineup. Haley.
That's right. Hey, Penguins, fucking, here's your beer. What the fuck, man? Like Rocket, how do you take a 2-0 lead into the third and then just completely?
They did exactly what Hockey Jerk was talking about yesterday, and that is that they took a 2-goal lead into the third and didn't. They coasted with it.
Yeah.
Didn't they learn anything from Toronto the other day?
No.
Didn't they learn anything from 6 games against these assholes like 4 months ago?
They learned nothing against LA.
Not to mention the fact that no Crosby, no Letang. I mean, they had like 4 demon for most of the night?
Yeah.
And that still happened? And they just let Pittsburgh come in waves in the third and just, I mean, you could have just set up a picnic table in front of Jones with how much time they were spending in front of him.
How much? Yeah, and they outshot the Penguins 34-20.
Yeah, but what was it after 2 periods? Wasn't it something ridiculous like 27-7?
Probably, but 34-20 is still ridiculous.
Oh. No, it's the Sharks that we all know and love. It's that they go into this. Oh well, we got a lead, and they're down. They're down a couple D-men. So let's just relax and coast because we're gonna finish off the road trip and we're gonna go 4-1. Well, no. They took their foot off the gas, and that's God, that is so shitty because Jones was playing out of his mind, and then the defense in front of him just decided to play lackadaisical.
Oh, it was such a colossal bed shitting at that point.
Yep, jumping off the bandwagon. This is it for me, folks. I'm.
It was after shots on goal after 2 periods, 27-10. I mean, huge, but no Crosby, no Letang, and you see that. Oh, I mean, just.
But they had Kessel, so we had no chance.
Yeah, right. But it was. We were talking about it before that this was somewhat of a statement game. This needed to be a statement game for the Sharks, and the statement that was made was, "Jesus Christ, we can't even beat these guys when they don't have Crosby and Letang." I mean, holy hell.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to this team when we're used to just like embarrass Crosby? We made Crosby a -5 not that long ago.
Yeah, the only team to ever do so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like we used to have the Penguins' number for the longest time, and then for some reason, last year of all years, we have just decided to shit the bed when it comes to playing them.
Well, you got to look at it both ways, though. You know, like Pittsburgh really stepped up to the plate and threw everything and the kitchen sink out there in third period. So kudos to Andre Fleury for not only not scoring on us, but also for holding the fort down. I mean, like, yes, they were the Stanley Cup champions for a reason. And, you know, they still show that they remember it.
Now joining us live, the heavily medicated Canadian from the North, Mr. Ian Reed, to tell us all how we're completely full of shit. Bring it on, sir.
Tell me about Canadian Percocet.
It's great. It's fantastic. I have to stop with this statement game silliness. Like, it's a game in October.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, no one's going to remember. No one's going to go, oh, you know what, man? Yeah, the Penguins, they kicked the Sharks' ass in that 2016 final, but holy fuck, did the Sharks ever beat their ass back in October again? Like,
no, it wasn't that. You know what I mean? It was sending a statement to Pittsburgh that says, you know, we can get you in your barn, and you know, we've tooled up just to beat you with Bodker and Schlemko, and you know, we've made adjustments just for you, and then you go and just completely implode in the third period.
Yeah, but it wasn't the new guys that screwed up. It was the guys that we had last year. I mean, Paul Martin had an absolute game to forget.
Bad game.
Like, just an awful game for Paul Martin. And then
Dylan. Oof.
Well, Dylan's Dylan. I mean, but
Dylan's Dylan. In other words, Dylan DeMello, get your skates ready for Detroit, my brother.
Like, I just think when you look at the way they played, you had Paul Martin just had an awful game, and they just. You know, it was like if he wasn't screening Jones, he was going to the box. I mean, that puck over glass. I know we all hate those penalties, but you know it was he didn't have to do that. He really didn't have to do that at all. Mm-mm. And I don't know. I just think that like it's really easy to overreact to a game like this, but really, in my opinion, and I'm just gonna leave it at this, and then I'll surrender the show back to you guys, and you can tell me how wrong I am for the rest of the show. But you know, really, this game didn't tell us anything. This game wasn't a true test of the new lineup or any of the other bullshit narratives that you're going to hear over the next few days. It's a stupid game in October, and it's 2 points we pissed away, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything unless you miss winning the division or the playoffs by 2 points. But then you come back to this, you go, motherfucker.
Yeah, because then and then you could have come back to the 7-4 beating that we took from New York.
Right. I mean, it's
but the Sharks never had a handed lead versus New York.
Yeah, but I'd rather us choke up this and lose it by 1 than us get our asses kicked and lose it by and lose it 7-4. I would say if there was ever a more embarrassing game for the Sharks that was supposed to be a statement game, it would have been against the Rangers.
Yeah,
does it suck being up 2-0 and blowing it? Yes, but being blown out like that, yeah.
This is just we're not gonna. Game.
Yeah, we're not going to see hashtags that say it was 2-0, but the one good thing with the hockey schedule makers, you know how much I love to bitch and police. They got one right for us with this, is the fact that the Sharks get to see these guys in San Jose in just 2 weeks. So hopefully they can dial it in at SAP.
Yeah, this is just a shitty game. It could have been against anyone, and I'd feel the same about it. Being Pittsburgh doesn't change it. Anyway,
Plus,
have a good show, guys.
Good night.
Plus,
I have to say that there was a baby zebra they were breaking in during that game. So there probably were a lot of routine calls that were maybe not made, and there were a couple of really technical, goofy calls that wouldn't have been made that were made just because. How can I say this? As an ex-official, I know that when there is an opportunity to call something out and be able to clearly define it, and all four of you guys have agreement on it, it's a good feeling. So when you can catch it, you catch it. And the younger you are to the position, the more exciting those catches are. After a while, they become boring and whatever, and you just let them go. But new kids have a tendency to pick out weird stuff. Also, another thing about the officiating that I thought was a little bit unusual was that disallowed goal. I mean, yeah, I know it clearly was knocked in by the guy's glove, but I think that it probably, with a more seasoned crew, probably would not have been disallowed.
Yeah, when I saw that happen, I tweeted, I thought it was a goal. I thought they were going to call it a goal. I mean, that was a call on the ice, so I thought that's where they were going with that. As was pointed out, that crying you heard when Ian was on was he was a direct mic to Sidney Crosby that we allowed to pipe that in. Yes, the Penguins were only playing with 4 defensemen in the third, and at one point I think they were playing with 3 defensemen, and that still happened. See, that's the thing that gets me. Every once in a while you're going to have a shitty period like that, but to have a shitty period when like half of the Penguins bench is out, I mean, dear God, man, how do you fuck that up? Just how?
Can I say that it's obviously the right coach for the right team for the Penguins?
Oh, yeah.
Good God, has that guy found a way to dial in that team and get his team motivated to play right? Why am I drawing a blank on the coach's name? But kudos to the Penguins coach because I feel like he was saying all the right things to get those guys, and especially to get Malkin playing the right way. So, hey, good on the Penguins.
No, I mean, give it to them. They, as much as we're shitting all over the defensive efforts by the Sharks in the third, give it up for the Penguins that they just kept coming and trying to just park in the blue paint, and it worked. And that, I mean, I still can't believe the Sharks allowed that, but we've seen it. Somebody mentioned it before, that we've seen this before, that the Sharks, they get that 2-0 lead, and then they try to just coast it out in the third period. And, you know, I thought we saw an end of that when DeBoer took over, because we saw that at one point in the DeBoer era where it didn't matter if they got a 2-0 or a 3-0 lead going into the third. You'd see them trying for more. And this, to me, felt like a game from a couple years ago where it's like, oh, we got the lead. We can, coast back, take it easy, get ready for that nice little, swing over to Detroit.
I think DeBoer pulls a McClellan and says, okay, mandated day off? Yeah, we're not doing that. You guys are practicing bag skate, bitches. That would be funny, but I doubt that. He'll just give his guys another day off.
Oh, well, do you think we see any changes for the game against Detroit, whether it's on the blue line or at forward? I mean, we know who's available: Haley, Carpenter, DeMello.
I mean, lineup changes. I don't see him changing anything because he knows that Detroit is, they're skating high right now. I mean, they just came off of an impressive win over the Rangers the other night, and now they've got, and the Rangers are looking, or not the Rangers, but the Red Wings are looking good, and it looks like Jimmy Howard has found his game. So we could see either Howard or, Peter Mazurek could be in net. So I see him not changing a thing. I think he rolls with what he has. I'd be really surprised if he goes with DeMello.
Yeah. What about you, Rocket?
No, I think the lines will stay the same. Who does he have? He's got Carpy and
Haley.
Haley.
and DeMello.
No, D's going to stay the same unless Bronny's hurt. Yeah, they should be fine. They're just going to roll through. Yeah, Detroit had a great game the other night against New York, and holy crap, Howard stood on his head. So the odds of him doing that again are a little bit lower. So yeah, I think we have a better chance against them. We'll see. Might be. I think it'll be fun to watch.
Well, anyway, I'm just like, okay, this. It's not the end of the world, you know. So they lost a game. Okay, it's like I said. You go back to the fact that no Crosby, no Letang, 4 D-men in the third. I think only 3 D-men for a little while, and then you allow that to happen. If anything, I would be surprised if DeBoer does not rip this team in the postgame. I'd be very surprised by that. I mean, remember. Last January 2nd, after Winnipeg, what did he called the team soft. He called them out, and all of a sudden, that's when they started on their run. Maybe it happened. Maybe that happens a little earlier this season.
No, I think so. I think he saw this. He saw them play lax, and I think he might tear them a new one tonight. I think they got a day off tomorrow, or they've got a. Just a practice tomorrow, and then what? They play Detroit on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Yeah. Obviously, and another thing they really need to work on is the power play. Good God.
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree. And like you're saying, they got Detroit on Saturday, and then that's the end of the roadie. And so you can empty the tank because you also have 2 days off. You're flying back that night, and then you have 2 days off before you face Anaheim. So, yeah, if anything, I want to see them just come in and beat the living shit out of the Red Wings and, come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and pissed off about fucking up tonight.
Yeah. But like I said, give it up to Coach Sullivan of the Pittsburgh Penguins. He guy knows how to work that bench, and even with the injuries that he had, I mean, he was able to instrument the Penguins getting into the Stanley Cup final for most of the playoffs without Malkin. Malkin didn't show up until like maybe round 1 or 2. So give it to God. I mean, I think DeBoer really needs to find out what his lineup is and stick with it and give Haley more chances. Come on.
That's right, man. But let me see. Let's look at the face-off percentages. Pavelski at 60, Thornton at 56, Couture at 40, Ward at 50, Tierney at 60, and then just bringing it down, Wingles at 33.
Tommy.
Yeah. So that what
Tommy,
is that?
we're trying to trade you.
So that basically means he probably took 3 face-offs and only won one of them. Yeah. Oofa. And did I miss something? Because I did have to jump in the shower at one point, so I missed a couple minutes. Can somebody tell me how the hell Vlasic has 12 penalty minutes tonight? Did he take a 10-minute or something? Or
I don't know.
Unless the stats on NHL are incorrect, and it's not like that hasn't happened before. But
I don't. Maybe he said
Hold
something
on.
nasty to someone.
Yeah, which she has been known to do. But you know what?
Once or twice.
Now here's the fucked up part. I'm looking at ESPN stats for it, and they have him at 2 minutes. So how fucked up is it that ESPN, the ones that never showed dick about the NHL, has the correct stat, and and NHL.com has the wrong one. Gen X readying that SAP tweet as we speak. Oh, hold on. Anything? No? Well, okay.
Sid Drummerboy, or SI Drummerboy in YouTube chat asking, why don't you have a TV in the shower, AJ?
That's a damn good question, man. That's a damn good question. You know what I need to do? You've seen those TVs like that they put behind the mirrors? I need to get me one of them. And let's all be thankful AJ did shower before the show. You're welcome. You're welcome for this.
Yeah, he did get a 10-minute misconduct at the end of the game.
He did?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what got on Pickles cake?
Yeah, what the fuck did he do this time? And how is it that ESPN...
Did somebody?
Angry.
You know what? Somebody made fun of his dog. Somebody made fun of his dog.
Hold on, where are you seeing that he got a 10-minute misconduct? Because I'm looking all over and I don't see anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So where's that coming from? I don't see that anywhere.
News around the league: Neil Yakupov just scored against the Edmonton Oilers.
You don't say.
Wow. The irony. The storylines is just writing itself.
So anyway, is there anything? What are we looking for going towards Detroit? I don't even want to talk about this Pittsburgh game anymore because I get the same way when I was like playing softball or something. You know, it's like when you sit there and you blow away a lead because you're kind of, you know, your head's not in it. You're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing. I mean, fucking basics, man, fundamentals.
No, I think the Sharks will. I think they're going to make the adjustments, kind of like how they did against, when they had that really crappy game against, the Rangers. They responded with a positive defensive game against Islanders, and I think they're going to do that again. And I think they know what the Red Wings are going to bring. But another advantage that it's for the Sharks is that this Red Wings team is without Pavel Datsyuk. So.
Yeah, no, that Vlasic misconduct came at the end. 20 minutes in the third period, it was at the end. Like, he got a 2-minute, 12 minutes, 54 in the third period for slashing. So maybe he was chirping the ref about that.
Yeah, probably. I did, and now that I'm seeing Mikey over at Let's Go Sharks saying Kevin Pollock that Vlasic was calling horseshit on the slash, which I'm not surprised. I mean, Vlasic, this is if you all watched the Road to the Stadium series, one thing that I will never ever forget is they had some video of Vlasic and God, was it Burns? I think it might have been Vlasic and Burns, but somebody did something during the LA game. And Vlasic just kind of, because Vlasic's, they got some guys mic'd up, and Vlasic's like, "Hey, easy, fuckface." And one of the LA Kings looks at Burns and goes, "Does he just call me fuckface?" and Burns goes, "I don't know. He calls a lot of guys that." So that's good. Yeah, I'm pissed. So,
one of his dogs, his name is Fuckface.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I expect them to have a bounce back game. Come on, you can't come home 3-3. You got to come back 4-2 and light up Anaheim, who did get a win tonight. But let's be honest, things are not going well in Anaheim right now. Things are not going that well in LA. Things are not going well in SoCal. How funny would it be that we all were talking in the Pacific Division preview just like 3 weeks ago, talking about most of us, I would say the clear consensus was that most people agreed that, it's the three California teams representing the Pacific again this season. How funny would it be if the Sharks were the only ones in? Because LA and Anaheim just and what would be worse is what if the other two teams were Vancouver and Arizona? Get the fuck out of here.
For Arizona. Dear God, I don't think it's going to be Arizona because they are without Mike Smith, and dear God, are they screwed? I mean, that team is loaded with such young talent. They're inexperienced, but I still think that without Mike Smith to kind of backstop their mistakes, they're kind of screwed on that end. And then you got also for the Kings being without, your franchise dickbag, Jonathan Quick. You're screwed there. So, hey, Kings, you might want to call the Jets about, trading for Pavlik soon, because otherwise going with Zakhoff and whoever the third string goalie that they have for that team is, you're kind of screwed. So
they're just going to pump him full of Ritalin. He'll be fine.
Give him some of whatever Ian's got.
We used to talk about oh God, who is that terrible goalie that's over Nemo? We used to talk about Nemo.
Who's that terrible goalie? Nemo.
We used to talk about Nemo having since his performance was so inconsistent, he was either brilliant or he was just not there. We concurred that or at least I concurred that he had a a Ritalin problem, and he could just never line it up right. So he'd have too many off nights where he was having a Ritalin hangover where he'd have to play, and that's why he would just play like shit.
How funny is it going to be if you saw what happened tonight? How funny is it going to be that they lose, the Sharks lose with Fleury and net, and then how great would it be to see them then like just knock Murray out of the net? I mean, how fucking funny would that be?
It wouldn't be funny.
I mean, you know what's funny is that Murray has a busted hand, but his hand was fine enough to sign that new extension deal that, today. Oh, man, it's money talks. Or maybe he used his bad hand. Who knows? Just signed it with a bunch of scribbles.
So what do you think is probably more the story of why they came out bad in the third? Do you think they put a spotlight on the Stanley Cup banner, or do you think that people just started holding up pictures of a topless Jumbo in the crowd and that distracted them?
I don't put it on the Sharks. I put it on the Penguins. They knew who they were dealing with, and they dealt with them. And San Jose was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, Blacker was definitely an upgrade from Zubris. God bless him. There was definitely a lot less of a mismatch insofar as speed, but yeah, whatever. Penguins are still reigning Stanley Cup champions.
Well, they proved it why they are the Stanley Cup champions.
Precisely. And it's not even Halloween yet, so for this to be a precursor towards how anything before All-Star break is going to go, I think is just reaching and desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Sharks, after Detroit on Saturday, come home for 5 of the next 6 at home, so hopefully they can dial that in because then they get another 6-game roadie. Thank you, NHL schedulers, for that. So, I mean, is there anything really else to talk about? I'm just whatever. I mean, if you want to go through the names, I mean, was there anybody who stood out to you tonight that you thought actually had a good game? Let's try to make this positive, shall we? I mean, Marleau, obviously, he gets a goal with a pretty nice give and go with Couture. I liked Hertl again. I mean, Hertl has 2 goals in 2 games now from being parked right in front of the net and getting a little lucky. So, hopefully Hertl just continues to just park his ass right there in the blue paint.
Let's hope that, this, recent, I think it was Marleau's gotten a couple of goals now on the road. Let's hope he can kind of carry this momentum and get the chemistry with Tierney and Ward on that third line, because we need Marleau. We need all of our lines firing on all cylinders, because right now. And put Haley in the lineup, and then on top of that, just kind of see. The only adjustment I would probably make is see what happens with Tierney on that fourth line. And maybe take Wingles out, give him, just kind of see how our face-off numbers are without Wingles in the lineup.
Yeah. Possibly. So, do you think we see? I mean, obviously they only have 1 game left on the road, and then they come back with the Barracuda right next door. Do you think we see any movement when they're back? Do you see that maybe Carpenter goes down or Haley goes down and somebody else takes that spot, or you think we got to see a lot more from the Barracuda before anything like that would happen?
Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar to see who we're playing. We got Anaheim, Arizona, and who is after? Who's on the 29th? Nashville. Okay.
That is Los Tiburones night.
Okay. Geesh. I think that Haley might show up for the Arizona game, but I don't see him for the other 2. If they bring somebody up from the CUDA, it will not be Haley. Watch me be wrong.
I think within the next couple weeks, you're going to start seeing Timo Meier make his debut in the Sharks uniform.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think that's
so. Not Willows then.
No.
He's my favorite guy ever.
And definitely not Mirko.
No,
I think what you're gonna see Timo Meier make his debut at some point. Whether I think it might be against Arizona, because that matchup, is perfect for a rookie trying to get his feet wet because of how depleted they are and how many rookies are on Arizona's team right now.
Yeah, good point.
But what do I know?
Right?
What do I know? I just do this for funsies.
Exactly. All right. Well, I hear that with the money, I think it's next weekend. Puck Guy TV launches, so look out for that.
Yeah.
Satellite radio.
Next thing you know, it's going to be Puck Guy TV, Pucknology, and then it's just going to be him talking about his Ray Whitney love.
Oh, Whitney Vision.
That sounds really close. To, Puckology is really close to puck gynecology.
And just to think, the show was about the Sharks game tonight.
Oh,
this is what you do to us, Sharks.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
If it's close to puck gynecology, does that mean we can grab him by the puck?
Yeah, we're gonna grab him by the puck.
Grab him by the puck.
Oh God.
Hey, if you don't want or need or have any inclination to watch Pucknology After Dark after every game, is there any other way we can listen to any of this stuff?
Nope.
I'm doing some promotion here. Nope.
Nope.
Shameless promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shameless promo to help us out. You can see. I think you can read it right along there.
Oh.
After Pucknology After Dark, it does say follow at Pucknologist. This week's episode dropped last night, like literally at midnight. And it's on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, something I think called Blueberry. I don't know. It looks brand new. Oh, Jesus Christ. Never mind. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, so he's joined us because the check hasn't cashed yet from WOF.
He's undercover.
Number one, I don't get my check until February, so
that's when you're announcing your resignation from Pucknology. All right.
Corporate network, yes, of course.
And that's when he's going to say, "Go February yourselves."
I'm Ron Burgundy. No, I once I heard Ray Whitney, of course, I had to come on.
His ears were burning, or maybe something else.
It's the same reaction Gentry has for Dan Boyle. Anyways,
hey.
What a crappy game. I come to you from my beautiful back room because obviously I didn't win that much money because I'm still working at my damn job who has me working till 10 o'clock this whole week.
It's okay.
I know Ian said to stop with the statement game. Yes, but if you can beat these guys, you put some intimidation factor into your team early on, and you get those low life teams like Columbus or well, I guess we could say Anaheim, even though they won tonight, where you have freaking are behind an 8 ball already, and next thing you know, it's you put that doubt in there. It's like, oh, we could beat these guys, and then.
Well, Ian pointing out it's a team you played twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still, but they're the defending Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, and you want to, if you want
go
to,
out.
you want to win the whole thing, you got to beat the best, and right now they're the best. So, yeah, I mean, let's just fucking Ray Ratto up here after 2 periods. You got the lead. Just win the game.
Just win the game.
Win the game. Yeah.
Just win the game. Just
It's not that simple, guys.
Whatever. We'll deal with it in playoffs.
I wanted to come and defend myself, and I wanted to thank you 3 for filling in the other night when I had the little family matter to take care of at the last minute. So appreciate it. I will be back next week. Sorry. Back to you, Gentry.
And if your night wasn't ruined enough, the Kings have the lead right now after 2
Oh,
periods.
for fuck's sakes.
Oh, great. Come on, Dallas. You have one job.
Well, Nemo must be in net then. All right, have a good one, guys.
Hi-yo.
And just to be clear, Nemo is not in net.
Yeah.
He's letting in.
Are there any other Pucknology people feel like dropping in and overtaking the show?
let's-
That was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, that's fun.
who's next on the Who's next on the Price is Right? Want to come on? Come on down. Absolutely. Let's Cam Ward this bitch. Game show the shit out of it.
Oh God. So yeah, face off
You're all
sucked.
Ian in the third person.
Yeah.
Nice.
Face off sucked.
Jerk says
Power
that
play sucked.
he wants to come in.
I like Dallas. You have one job and 2 sucky goaltenders.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Do it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just send a little note to a friend of mine here. I just, come on. Just fucking do it, man. I dare you. I dare you. Cam Ward this bitch. I dare you. We'll see what the reaction is. But, all right, with that, thanks for coming out. We'll see you after we, like, send the link to, like, 3 people. Here you go. Oh, did I just see somebody jump on for a second and then jump off?
Maybe.
I swear to God.
Okay, so Billy asking in YouTube chat, what did you guys think of the sext line? Hashtag the second line. Oh, that is the best line.
What am I missing?
Ian says, I think it hurt my phone bill. I concur. That second line is extremely sexy, and it's only October. I really think that they will be the best Christmas present that this team will give the fans this year.
Are we talking? We're talking BCD, right? Bodker, Couture, and Donskoy?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Or CBD, which is also a component in cannabis. It's the one that they give little kids that makes them stop having epileptic seizures.
See, there's no way you can shit on that, right? Because it's, it does good. Yeah, it's good. Like, you can't do anything with it.
It's the CBD line.
See, that's the kind of stuff that you get here on Pucknology that you don't get anywhere else.
You really don't, but it is, yeah.
How funny would it be to, like, have, 3 guys on a line, and the first name, or the name of one guy starts with the B, another guy is B, and the last one is D, and it's just like every time that line scores, they just play something from Belle Biv DeVoe, just BBD the crap out of it. That would be funny.
Well, it's no different than when you play, or it's like in Tampa Bay, every time Stamkos scores a goal, it's Hammer Time by MC Hammer, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's bad. Hockey Jerk, what it is, my brother. Welcome to the live version of The Pucknologist with special guest Jay Alexander.
I am here to take over your show.
Well, fucking here's your beer.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
He didn't score tonight. You called it.
Although,
okay, you know what though? You know what?
They were trying to get him to.
Yeah, no, he got the puck in like the last minute or whatever,
yep.
And like everybody in the crowd was like, "Shoot!" And I was just like, "No, please don't fucking."
Yeah,
happen.
and I was going, "Oh Jesus!" They listen to the podcast. They know.
Almost had a crisis on our hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so funny. Uh-oh.
Technology great again.
And now we have the we have the conspiracy puck guy joining us now. State your case, conspiracy boy.
Who?
I'm waiting.
I'm
waiting for conspiracy Eric. I see an icon of Eric wearing a tinfoil cap. Come on, man. You're muted, buddy. Don't. He's just here to this. Oh, his audio screwed up. For a guy who does like audio professionally, that is kind of ironic. But I'll let it go.
It's not. It's October. It's not even Halloween.
Right. Tinfoil Eric is getting his connection together. Oh, I hate when that happens.
That's why his connection is screwed up, because he's using aluminum foil and not tin foil.
Right. So, Hockey Jerk, anything else that you like wanted to like wring somebody's neck with the way that everything collapsed in the third?
Not really. I'm more. I don't know. I'm pissed that the Sharks lost, but I'm kind of just hanging out, loving life. I'm getting a real kick out of all the people who are saying, oh, the refs this and Dylan that and Martin this. It's like, okay, sure, yeah, maybe they had a bad outing, but.
I don't have a problem with the game that the refs called tonight.
We're doomed!
There he goes.
Wow, the audio's a little overmodulated, bro, but go ahead. Jesus Christ, man. Dude, can you, like, fuck up this show anymore? It's like he screams, and then you go to him to say something worthwhile, and
then
nothing.
He dies.
What?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, okay. Well, bring it on.
What? I interrupted Hockey Jerk. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Hockey Jerk. I will interrupt the other jerks on this panel, but not you.
And you better remember that.
I'm right.
All I wanted to say, and I see this popping up in the chat, Ian Reed wants me to tell everybody out there that he is right, and he is always right.
Also, fire everyone.
The fire everyone, yes, that too.
Okay.
Kiss ass.
Hey, you know what? For the most part, he is right. Once in a great while, he'll get it wrong. But like when he takes LA over San Jose in a series. But other than that, he's always right.
Went there.
I spent money because someone else took San Jose over LA in a series. I lost thousands of dollars on that.
Wow.
Well,
yes, I did.
I think Eric's coming into some cash if you need a loan or something.
Well, at the end of the day, Greg Wyshynski got pied in the face because of that money, so I'm okay with it.
That's when it works. That's when it was all worth it. Holy crap, what's going on with the Flames? Down 3-0? Come on, guys.
To Carolina.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God, don't tell Drew.
I think Drew probably already knows, y'all.
Oof,
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Christian Reason. Chat says, Finfoil hats for the win. I have a little text note. I forgot.
It's so sparkly. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Roman Polak scored tonight. On the power play, no less.
I think that means we need to bring him back because I don't think Schlemko has scored yet.
No. And they put him on that power play unit, too.
Fucking Roman Polak. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Great. No, I'm going to see it now. Another, 2 second-round picks for Roman Polak at the deadline.
Trust in Doug. Come on, guys. Trust in Doug. He knows how to draft. No, wait. He knows how to trade for defensemen. He knows. Yeah, I'm not sure what Doug knows.
I have an alternative theory. We should bring Pollock back,
God.
Then hang on, and then play him with Nieto and Carlson as a forward.
No, dude, I totally thought he said we're going to bring Pollock back to replace Doug Wilson.
No, why Nieto and Carlson, though? Why not Nieto and Haley? Or Balls? I think it should be who's the Gallant, Haley, and Pollock. That'd be a great line.
I think they would lead the league in suspensions.
I agree.
Can we get Raffy back on a PTO?
Yeah.
No, we are not bringing back Daddy Demers, damn it.
No, let's bring back Raffy, and then when he scores the cup-winning goal, we can raise a banner for his 4 different ACLs he's had.
We've raised banners. We've raised banners for less.
It would be an own goal, right? That would hand the banner to someone else.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
It works.
And I don't know who put out the tweet, but give it up for who said Paul Martin looking like the best Penguin on the ice tonight.
Yeah.
I think he misses that place.
I don't think he misses it. I think people missed him, and I think maybe he had a little bit of a good night last night.
I think he was looking for his cup ring.
Yeah, that could have been it. Either that, or it was just he couldn't skate out there with Thornton without picturing him with his shirt off. There was something weird.
A majestic man.
Man, I am not upset at that at all.
So, Gen X, anything else going around in hockey so far? Now that we're a couple weeks into this shindig, anything interesting, fun, something we should be watching for?
Toronto did make a mistake. They drafted the wrong guy, number 1 overall. They clearly should have drafted Patrick Laine. After last night's performance where he got the hat trick with the game-winning goal in overtime, that was clearly an indication that Toronto drafted the wrong guy. Because that's what, all of Toronto media wants you to believe at this point. But then again, Austin Matthews scored tonight, so they're,
They're backpedaling.
They kind of are, because that's how the world of hockey media in Toronto.
Especially in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of which, Toronto's down 3-2 with a minute 50 left and an empty net.
Doesn't matter. Austin Matthews scored.
Well, that is true. And let's be honest, we're talking about Toronto. The difference between an empty net and a not empty net, just about like that.
Well, I'm going to say this. The Maple Leafs are now 0-2 every time Austin Matthews scores a goal.
Oh. And 2.
Ow. And ow. So the difference between Toronto and an empty net is slightly bigger than the difference between Dallas and an empty net. Is that what you're saying, AJ?
Scotch.
Wait, it was to my understanding that Dallas played with an empty net on a nightly basis.
Nice.
Calgary is on the board.
All right, tell me it was Johnny Hockey.
Nope. Troy Bauer.
Ooh.
That was guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Intangible himself.
That fucking
Kill
guy.
yourself.
That guy haunts me.
Mr. Analytics are going to screw someone's career up.
Hey, the Sharks are 2-0 in a playoff game when Troy Bauer smashes his stick. So maybe the Sharks should play Calgary in the playoffs.
That's the kind of stats you expect on this kind of show. What a great stat.
I was about to say, it's a very Kurzian stat.
That's a Bob Eucharian stat.
Okay.
The Sharks are 2-0 when playing games on Thursdays on the road against a left-handed goaltender making his 50th start in the league when the temperature is above 40 degrees.
And the oatmeal in the lobby is maple syrup.
When it's steel-cut oats that are served in the lobby.
If they have a fresh omelet bar, those chances increase by 10%.
And if the raspberries are plucked by left-handed Guatemalans...
This is what happens when the Sharks lose.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Left-handed Guatemala.
New hashtag.
Left-handed Guatemalans. I like
Only
it.
kind of raspberries, man. Only way to fly.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to Sprouts and say, look at their fruit section and go, but were the people who picked these left-handed and from Guatemala?
You mock, okay? Just step back. You mock. When you look at the twists when they pull from the you mock. There's something about the left hand. It's a different rotation, and it makes all the difference.
And I have to agree. When I'm using my left instead of my right, feels completely different. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Same thing when you're cutting grapes off of a vine, too, from what I understand.
Exactly. See?
Yep.
See? The woman with the tinfoil hat that's totally not there to protect her from the radiation of the government trying to... That she's right.
Yep.
What the fuck are we doing, man?
I ask myself that question every day.
It's a useless, meaningless road game in October. What do you think we're doing?
Exactly.
We're trying to calm down the fans who are already screaming "Fire everyone!"
Oh no! Go back to your normal lives. Everything will be fine.
I'll scream "Fire Wilson" till the end of time, till he's actually fired. But that's got nothing to do with tonight.
Mm-hmm. It was a lackadaisical game. It happens. I'm glad it happened now as opposed to, June.
Or I was going to say the February implosion of 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Finfoil. Finfoil. Not tinfoil hat. It is a finfoil hat, according to chat.
Okay, that's starting to freak me out, and I'm going to get into Quint mode from Jaws here in a moment, if you just don't stop doing that.
What, moving it?
I'll tell you the story about how I was on the Indianapolis. for the
I'm gonna
bomb.
start. Because he always reminds me of Skora, the gentle shark from Kids in the Hall.
Oh God! Just so long as it's not you're a land shark, so you know.
No. Nope. Candygram.
For those of you still watching, the hockey talk ended like 20 minutes ago. So thanks for
Yeah,
watching.
very much
We're on to something else now.
This is normally how it would be off air, but hey, you're getting a taste of it.
Yeah, yeah, that was the whole thing. I didn't hit stop broadcast, you guys. What the fuck? All right, well, with that being said, keep on going. I'm gonna get a beer. Knock yourselves out. I'll be right back.
Oh, God. I was just about to ask. It's like,
okay, thank God he's gone. Right? Seriously,
Dad's gone.
I heard that, motherfucker.
That guy is the worst.
He's awful.
He is awful.
He's horrible.
Oh my God, he's just. Ugh.
I hope this beer was capped by a left-handed person.
Well, if it was brewed in California, it won't make any difference. It'll still taste like piss water.
Oh, it's from El Salvador.
It's from El Salvador.
No, I'm kidding. It's from California, so you probably hate it.
Stay pucky, my friends.
Hey.
Oh, if it's not from the Danville Brewery, plug.
Oh, hey now.
Hey.
Heard that's supposed to be coming up pretty soon.
It's already open.
Yeah, no. But Brody, talking to Brody about it, like, when are you coming down and we're all going to get together?
Oh, let me look at the weather forecast for hell. No, I don't see any freezing spells anytime soon.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well. Hey, at least you don't have to get out those snow chain tires.
Well, driving around hell without snow chains is just the worst. It is.
The worst.
Oh, man.
The worst.
No, you guys did you guys just see Ian on the chat? He's like, do I have to upload this to the audio stream, really?
Sorry.
Like, not even talking about hockey or anything like that.
Cut it off like 30 minutes prior to this, Ian. I mean, do you want some hockey talk, eh? Like we can talk about, the 1917 Stanley Cup champion Seattle Metropolitans, eh? Yeah, hey?
Well, actually, here I have sort of a hockey-related Canadian question. So there was a guy that busted into a liquor store that was dressed in his full goalie steer, and he brought his blocker, too, which was kind of weird, but okay. Did they ever catch that guy?
Well, he waffle boarded the police to the corner.
Bizarrely enough, no one was knifed.
Oh, God.
So, did anybody catch him?
Well, no.
Okay. Now we know it works. Put on some goalie gear and go.
He just had a bunch of people in front of him blocking all the shots from the cops.
I'm surprised that we haven't gotten like a notification from Chester Chivo like going, hey, can anybody get in on this?
You opened the invite. Your fault. You can't open Pandora's box and then close it.
That's it. Like Pucknology has just turned into like SCTV After Dark.
Is this the reunion? Is this the moment where Pucknology jumps the shark?
This could be it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
This is what happens when you make me host this shit 3 times in a row. This is the problem.
So if we're doing Pucknology SCTV style, do I get to be Count Floyd with the 3D? Or do I have to go like a full total Bob McKenzie, eh? So welcome to Pucknology After Dark, eh? Yeah, so I'm Bob McKenzie. It's my brother Doug. How's it going, eh?
I'm just going to log off and let him go.
Basically.
Just keep going,
man. Uploading this.
To watch hockey, okay? You guys are interrupting me watching hockey. Stop making me talk things.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Let me go. Hold on. So what happened? So, the Leafs lost. Well, what are you going to do?
God, Anaheim won.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Congrats
Storming back
with
to win
them.
the
They
division.
finally, they had to win one. So if they lose their next 3 and then win another 1 and then lose their next 3 and then lose another 3 and then win 1, that's okay.
Just so long. Oh, God. I just imagine all the poor toast that's not getting done. Now that Carlisle's back. Just.
I got you,
those
Gen
poor
X.
people.
I got that one.
All right. At the end of 1, it's Sabres Canucks 0. Sabres are on the power play, and at the end of 2, Blues and Oilers are tied at 1. I want to go watch one of those. So we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We're sorry to have bored you with the last 20 minutes of that, but we haven't.
Okay.
It was a shitty game tonight. So what are you gonna do? So
Did you open your beer left-handed, AJ?
yes, I did.
It tastes different, doesn't it?
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the taste of life.
That's it.
Would it explain
the
a
left
lot
hand.
if I told you guys that I'm left-handed?
Oh, see, now you got to try things right-handed.
No, I broke my arm once. No thanks.
Not go there.
Did you break your left arm?
No,
You said
but still.
you just broke an arm. Okay, which
broke
one?
Broke my right arm. Doesn't matter.
Okay. I shit you not. Ian, Chris, and Landy are all going to be back here on Saturday. I'm
Please.
not even kidding.
Yeah, thanks for hanging in there
This
with
is
me.
what happens when you let the fourth line run the show.
Right? That's it, baby.
But you know what? Our laugh per 60 was way higher.
I can see Ian Reed at the imaginary Pucknology office just pushing over all of our cubicles.
Our Funwick was off the charts. Fancy stats, yo. Fancy stats.
Dude. And you know, Ian's going, they don't make drugs powerful enough to listen to this shit.
Well, Ian will
I
be back
need
on
more
Saturday to get
Percocet.
us right back on the snide comment remarks.
They make drugs powerful enough to do this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. The fucking Pittsburgh Penguins, they come back in the third period,
Fuck.
beat the Sharks 3-2.
Fuck.
We are live after every game. I don't know who talked me into that part, but we're live after every game. Please subscribe down at the bottom if you stayed in to actually listen to this shit show. Pucknology After Dark is sponsored by Audible. We've partnered with them to offer a free 30-day trial. You can choose from over 180,000 books and get a free audiobook to keep whether you choose to continue using the service or not. Go to audibletrial.com/PAD to sign up. That's right, audibletrial.com/PAD. Okay, thank you very much. I've done my little spiel. We're going to get the hell out of here. Rocket, do the deed.
It was a dark and stormy night on audible.com.
All right, everybody, go pretend tonight didn't happen. Just have a drink, go watch some other game, and we'll figure this out on Saturday. In the meantime, my name is Rocket Backhander on behalf of everybody here at Pucknology.net and Gen X. I'm telling you, keep it real. Keep it tight. Keep it real tight.
Use lube.